I wanted to say something really quickly on the concept of liberation from the realm, on the concept of getting out of here. It's something that I kind of learned a while back. I didn't really have a name for it back then, and I didn't exactly know what I was doing even, but so Mr. Beast, Jazz Sinclair's Dark Hand Devil, the ensnarer, the enslaver, the magnet thing that brings us back. Okay. So, he knows everything that you think. He knows all of your thoughts. You're not hiding any of your thoughts from him. You're not escaping from his gaze. Okay? All-eyeing, all-seeing, all-eyeing. That's the same thing, right? All-eyeing sea of Horus. All-seeing eye of Horus. Horus is ours, right? The clock is watching you. We've talked about this before, but I've talked about this before. See the lock? Tie me up. That's clock and time. You're giving Horus permission to tie you up when you're going by his clock time. Horus hours. So Mr. Beast knows all of your thoughts because, as we know from the Carlos Castaneda book, we have the Beast mind. We have it. Our mind that we love so much, that's so intricate and subtle, is his mind. Okay, at least an aspect of it. Or their mind. It doesn't, whether you conceptualize him, it, them as one or many, it's not important. Let's try not to run over the pedestrians. But like Og was talking about when he said, you need to create here and then move on to the next one and create here, move on to the next one, create there, move on to the next. That's the process, and that's not a process where an achievement or an endpoint is reached or a graduation is reached. You're not going to get your flat Earth graduation cap with the tassel that you're flipping over. You're not going to do that. There's no graduation until you're out of the realm, until you're out of the game. And who knows when that's going to happen. But back to the original premise of the video is Mr. Beast knows all your thoughts. Okay? He's not you in that he sees literally everything. He doesn't see every single subtle pathway of the mind that you do, but he sees your thoughts, he sees your intentions, he knows where you're gonna be, he knows physically, he knows. And the way Castaneda described it is that the Beast can see, he sees this eternal flame that is what we are in the spirit realm. Okay, that immutable, just it's like how Og described it, is it's a free standing flame, like a never-ending fire source in the void or wherever it is in the spirit, in the energy realm. And the Beast can see and feel that flame, and he can tell thoughts and tendencies and intentions, but he can't see the physical form manifesting out in this plane that he has drawn us into from that. He can't see what the body and the mind is doing exactly, but he can see the thoughts and intentions, and he can see patterning. So he's very intelligent in that, in one aspect, but he's also he's not as subtle as us, and his traps, they're not forever, they're not infinite, they're eventually because if you think of it as gameplay, if you're, yeah, it's a shitty game, but if you're trapped in the game and you never ever win or lose, then eventually the game becomes irrelevant and it's not even a game anymore, and you move on to some other because what we do is we reorganize how we view something. What was previously a game to us, we literally change our definition of what is happening, and in that sense the whole thing changes. So so the trick to not letting Mr. Beast find out what you're doing, and therefore have you fit into one of his trap categories and his trap plans, is that you don't fit yourself into any of his trap categories or trap plans, and that includes your own. Okay, that's where it gets a little bit dicey.